Hey Radicals. Now you know I don't drink coffee like a normal person. I use a straw. I knew that I wanted to make a video today a little bit different than the other videos that I've made. Maybe we'll just call this like coffee and chatting vlog style. Grab a cup of coffee and come and join me. So from time to time, you'll find me doing a little story time. Maybe a little teaching, because I can't help but do both at the same time, usually. You may notice my mug says main character energy. And that's because that's something I'm really trying to embody in my life right now. I'm doing a lot of cool things and I have a lot of dreams, but I'm very much stuck in a freeze state and I haven't really been taking action or steps towards my dreams. Some part of that is wrapped up in my worth, not believing that I'm good enough, not believing that people will watch my videos, not believing that people will listen or care to listen to anything that I have to say. But I know that that is my ego. I know that that's my fear. I know that that doubt is not the voice of truth or light or love. And ultimately, I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here for followers. I just know that my life has been changed by the connection that I have with Spirit, Source. And I really want other people to have their own connection to the divine, because I think that our lives are so much more enriched and we can live in much more peace when we feel Spirit in our everyday. Ultimately, I desire to share my stories and help people, but it's not about me. I just want to bring everyone to Spirit in one way or another. Your version of Spirit, your divine God, Goddess. And if you are struggling to believe that there's something out there beyond yourself or beyond here, then I would invite you to first tune into your higher self, your God, Goddess, Oracle, Warrior. Sometimes it's painful or scary, or we're not ready to have that conversation or reckoning with Source, Spirit, whatever's beyond for you, God, right? And it's easier then to just connect to our higher self, our Spirit, as our source of like truth and light. Because I know for myself, there's a difference the way that I communicate and engage with my higher self and the way that I engage with Spirit. But wherever you're at right now, so I guess by me sharing that publicly on my platform, it's me releasing my attachment to whatever this channel will be. I am here to create, to be a creator, to have fun, to play, and to make art. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I woke up specifically today, not having a plan to make a YouTube video at all, but as I was going about my morning, Spirit began to send me visions. And what that looks like for me is I start to see myself doing something in my head. And that is how future glimpses come to me. It just kind of plays out like a story, but I see it in my mind and then I follow that direction. In the moment, I have to be willing and flexible and open to go with the whisper or the intuitive idea. And today is my day off, so I have the time. And so here I am. Today, I'm going to share with you the practice of mirror work. It's very powerful. Mirror work is a beautiful practice that you can begin anytime, but it can help you deepen your connection to yourself and your higher self, because you're acknowledging your soul and yourself in the mirror, being your own best friend. Many of us, we have a hard time looking at the mirror. Maybe we don't like what we see. Maybe we feel hurt, disappointment, anger. Maybe you are carrying resentment towards yourself. I'm not saying that mirror work is going to be easy for you on day one, and I'm not saying that you're going to love it on day one, but I promise you that it will change your relationship with yourself and the divine, because you are the divine. I wasn't always my best friend, and I didn't always have good things to say about myself. I spent many years, decades, at war with my body, and I had far more ugly, dark things to say to myself than kind, positive, loving thoughts. So I've been there. Now, it may sound a little hard to believe, but I came to mirror work as a practice naturally around the age of 9 or 10. Growing up as a little girl, I lived in a traumatic household. My mother and I had a very toxic, unhealthy, abusive relationship, physically, emotionally, mentally. And I spent a lot of time grounded or in my room. Being sent to my room or being told to go and be alone was the punishment. That was the consequence for being bad. I needed to go sit by myself and figure out what I did wrong. What that really led to is me developing this idea and layered lens of myself that was always thinking, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I was internalizing whatever negative things my parents were feeling about me being hard to manage or hard to parent or having an emotional outburst, as children do. And when I would go into my room, I would close the door and I would lie on my bed and I would cry and self-soothe. My bed was right across from my bedroom door where there was a full-length mirror on the back. So at some point around the age of 8, 9, 10, I remember catching myself in the mirror as I was crying, and then I almost instinctively realized that there was someone there that needed to be soothed and comforted. And I went to myself in the mirror, and I remember examining my crying face in the mirror, looking at the way my lips were shaped or my chin was quivering or the tears running down my face. And I really just spent time with this little girl who was really sad and hurting. And as a little girl, I didn't really know what to say to myself. So I would say, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And I don't think I said much else for a few years, but I would comfort that little girl. So sometimes when you're upset, it could be good for you in your personal practice to go to the mirror. And what might you say to a friend or a loved one who's having a really hard time? What would you say to them? Say that to yourself when you're looking in the mirror. That's what I would invite you to do. I wish I could say that I remained a best friend to myself in the mirror from a little girl to now, but I didn't. I definitely was at war with the woman in the mirror at many times as I struggled with my body or my weight, my self-worth, my self-esteem. Thankfully, I'm not at war with my body or myself anymore. And I'm very thankful that I can say that today, no matter what I weigh. After I got divorced when I was 28 and I was single and alone again for the first time in a really, really long time, I think that's when I became my own best friend again. And I wasn't seeking out my friends to give me guidance. And because I got divorced and I was kind of like grieving and suffering, feeling like God did me wrong or something, I wasn't turning to spirit or God either. I turned to myself and started talking to myself again and talking to myself out loud. I was 28 years old. So now I can say that I've had a beautiful relationship with myself for the last 5 to 6 years. and now mirror work and talking in the mirror, talking out loud and saying good things about myself is something that I do on a regular basis. Definitely at times I've done it in a daily way. I know that Mel Robbins also invites everybody to kind of give themselves a high five every morning in the mirror too. There's a lot to be said for cultivating a relationship with yourself, and a loving one at that. But I also believe that our words are our spells. So the things that we say and the things that we speak, they cast a spell over ourselves, over our body, over our reality. And our voice is the most powerful frequency for our body. Our body, our brain, our subconscious is always listening. So we need to program some good things in there. And if you had a challenging childhood or relationship, marriage, like myself, I bet that your brain needs some reprogramming. Sometimes we're going to say things in the mirror and you're not going to feel them in your core. They're going to feel fake and they're going to feel like lies. That's okay. I want you to keep saying them anyway. Keep moving forward and through this practice anyway. It's going to feel weird and foreign and sticky and uncomfortable at first because you've probably never done it before. But I'm going to teach you how. And if you don't know what to say, you can just copy me and do what I do. So let's go to the mirror. So here we are at the mirror, and any mirror will do. I often use the mirror in my car. When you first come to the mirror, I want you to greet yourself. So whatever way you would say, hey, I want you to do that now. Hi. Hello. What's cooking good looking? So, hey. There's no wrong way to start, but greet yourself with kindness and love. I don't always know what to say, and that's okay if you don't either. Just sit with yourself and spend some time with yourself. It's best to start with things that you're grateful for or things that you love about yourself. And I know that the first time you do that, you're not going to have very many things to say, perhaps. Maybe you'll have a lot of things to say, I hope. The next time that you come back to the mirror, try to say something new or different that you love about yourself. I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you for putting yourself out there, because that takes courage and bravery, and not everybody can even do that. Feel the need to touch my hands. You have so many skills, gifts, and talents to offer the world. And your gifts and your skills and your talents are not for everyone, and that's okay. But if you put yourself out there and you shine your true, authentic light, people will see you, people will hear you, and that's all you have to do. Just show up. Keep showing up. You have all that you need. You have all that you need right now. There's nothing that you lack. There is nothing that you lack. There is nothing that you lack. There is nothing that you lack. You got this. You got this. And I got you. Warning, tears may follow. If the tears come, That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You'll notice the phrase, there is nothing that you lack. Like, I don't know where that came from, right? And it's like my higher self is speaking to me. Radically Rachael, the coach, speaking to me in a way that I don't speak to myself when I'm walking around. But when I get in front of the mirror and I see myself, I can speak to myself in a different way because I'm looking at her. But something in my spirit today, or my soul today, needed to hear and feel that there's nothing that I lack. I have all that I need. And so when I could see that that struck a chord with me, I just kept repeating that phrase a few times because that's what I needed. Now, maybe you don't know how to begin. Maybe you've said some good things about yourself, but you're not sure where to go after that. That's okay. We're gonna use some affirmation cards. I'm just gonna shuffle, and whatever comes out, I'm gonna use those today. Spirit, what affirmations would you like us to claim today? Lots of cards. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. I am my most powerful when my creativity is given a voice. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. When discomfort becomes a friend, my most limiting beliefs are healed. My losses prove how deeply I loved. My losses prove how deeply I loved. I am one eternal light, appearing as all. I am one eternal light, appearing as all. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. When I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. There is nothing to do but wait. There is nothing to do but wait. Only I have to feel good about my choices. Only I have to feel good about my choices. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. I am strong. My physical and intellectual powers are my greatest resources. I am strong. I am courageous. I act bravely in the face of adversity. I am courageous. I am driven. I move toward my goals with certainty and intention. I am driven. I am open. My heart and mind have no boundaries. I am open. Are you open? I am humble. I make a difference more than I declare my importance. I am humble. I am humble. I am relaxed. I know that replenishment is key to a healthy life. I am relaxed. I know that replenishment is key to a healthy life. I am relaxed. I am intentional. I move forward calmly and with purpose. I am intentional. I am proud. I'm proud of you. I take deep pleasure in my own achievements. I am proud. If you got this far, friends, I'm proud of you. Proud of you for doing something new and doing something different and sticking with it and staying with me. I'm proud of you, and I hope that you feel proud of yourself. If you want to begin mirror work, there's no wrong way to start it. Meet yourself in the mirror, say hello, tell yourself some good things, and if you don't have the ideas, you can pull up some affirmations online, you can get a deck of cards, and use those as your script as you begin. You could write down your favorite ones and use Post-it notes and stick those on the mirror, and there they'll be, reflected right back at you. I hope that you begin some mirror work. It's a beautiful practice. Let me know in the comments your favorite phrases and mantras and affirmations that you want to share. Girl, you doing a good job. Girl, you doing a good job. I also remember spending a lot of time in the mirror as a kid being like, this is my face forever. Like, I'm inside this body. This is the body that I chose. So even as a little kid, I was like, I'm a spirit piloting this bag of flesh. Like, it's crazy. But I've always thought like that. And so I had to make peace with this spacecraft I'm piloting. I think she's cute. She's funny. She's chubby, but she's cute. And she's confident and secure. And I love her. I love you. Tell yourself you love yourself.
You're hot, you're kind, you're funny, you're smart, you're amazing, you're incredible, you're sweet, you're caring, you have such a good heart, and you're such a good friend, and everybody that's in your life is so lucky to have you. You know that, right? Keep it up, babe.